And the Hui was also locked relatively early in this draft, and it is once again going to be what they opt in for.
Yeah, so this is kind of problematic because now you have this composition with such long range and power combined with this.
Just do it.
Kench. And Dundun's thinking of just going for the Poppy, which isn't the Garen.
And it's not Garen, but it will be Poppy.
Honestly, probably a bit more of a stable pick than the Garen.
What about Vital?
We've had one LCK game ever of Garen, and I'm going to be real, it kind of stunk.
I also, I don't know whether we're going to have another one, which is a little bit of a shame.
Generally speaking, probably just going to be farming towards level 6. Call me, don't die.
He's getting reminded of just how unfun it was last time around, as there is the Jaws, and he just gets solo killed.
Man, I told him not to die. I even said.
And Faker had flashed extraordinarily early in that play. Like, he decided he was killing Call Me no matter what.
Oh no, he decided like a minute and a half ago.
Yeah, I think so. As Gumayushi, he's also probably dead. Does have to flash to get himself out of the way. And now Keria is just licking Jiwoo over and over again.
That's not okay.
No, it's not. Not very fair at all. As Peter taking a fair bit of damage off the back end, and like every loss makes him more powerful.
It's
we're gonna have a look at this.
To place his level, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and you can see Faker just very clearly waits for the last moment to flash the what's it called, the seismic shove, and then patient with the cooldowns.
Yeah, just QQs.
He just knew.
Just because he gets to hit you and you can't hit him.
Yeah.
That's a flash lick, and an abyssal dive to come on forward as well. The fear tether has come on through, and Call Me is really dead. Jiwoo tries to help out as the dredge line is going to connect to the wall for Peter, but Dustbringer is down. Owner is a little bit extra speedy. Another abyssal dive. That's going to get the flash out this time around, as Keria might have overstepped, but there's the Faker damage flying on through the tongue lash.
No one on Nongshim expects a play like that.
Okay, Dundun and Zeus going aggressive. The all-out comes through once again, and now Dundun throws another buckler. He needs to get onto the shield. Well, he doesn't really. Oh, the flash forward! He finds the Q, and it's a solo kill for Dundun. Now he'll take a victory lap and head into the death chamber, but the damage has been done. Because he can have that game number one, and it just looks terrible. As okay, we've got a cease and desist coming through onto Faker here as Sylvie tanks the turret for way too long. He's just dead, and it's another 1-for-1 as well. Yeah.
I think you just have to accept you're gonna have to give someone up if you're gonna make it happen. And Zeus just very disrespectful, walks towards the wall. The ult does give him enough power.
Interruption.
Yeah, it does look tense for Dundun after he takes that Q3. But just ends up getting the value of the buckler. And here, the W used by Zeus means he stays on the Q.
Yeah. So it was. I don't think that would have affected the 1v1.
So one of Hui's abilities, you can put this little field down that when you walk in range.
Yeah, you can see Zeus opting in for it one more time. Steadfast presence, pretty powerful. And Zeus is going to realize that that's not going to work out. As okay, Sylvie gets a bit of a jump scare, blocked, not able to get over the wall, feared and dead. I know that because I always regretted not getting the... Okay, never mind. Here is the cease and desist into the flick back. And can Faker get a kill this time? The answer is no. This time...
E, but main thing is getting the seismic shove in time, so still fine.
Yep. Beautifully done. Chance of corruption here towards the bottom side of the map is now Keria going to have to flash. Gets out of the way there. Faker's very low as Call Me just eats the ultimate. Dawning Shadow does keep Faker alive. But you can see T1 also playing aggressively. Not going to find the Chains of Corruption, but it doesn't matter. The center just explodes. Ono tries to get into the backline, but Peter's there with the dredge line, and Jiwoo is just raining arrows down onto T1. They're in the equalizers, the flash forward, the seismic shove, and Peter's landing hooks all over the place. Nongshim, they crush them.
That's going to replay. So the ult's a little bit ambitious from Jiwoo, but they get the lockdown, and bear in mind the Tom isn't here yet. So they kill the center, they get the peel on the owner just as the fear comes in. Keria gets, and then watch Peter here. So the ult comes in onto Faker and then flashes to get a triple knock-up.
That's so sick. Anyway, Dundun and Zeus are now fighting as he just stands there. Steadfast presence says absolutely not. You are going nowhere, and the Dawning Shadow doesn't do enough.
It was just a stand-up, both of them just kind of posturing, and the Poppy won.
And now another hook is going to land, and is it happening? I think it's just happening. Keria thought that he was going aggressive, but instead he was going to his grave. Oh, never mind. He's Tom Kench. He just eats the great health, and he should be all right. Ona gonna try and get himself out of there. Speaking of getting out of there, yeah, and he actually took the arrow, but it just didn't do quite enough damage. And okay, there's Paranoia, and now we're back to T1 finding themselves some picks. Although Sylvie kind of here, but maybe he is just more food, as he does have to flash. Nongshim still have a slight gold lead. Oh, and Peter pressed R. That was cool. And Abyssal Dive going to come on through here. So Peter doesn't have flash. He's going to get gobbled up and spat at towards the turret. Does find himself a hook. And Jiwoo just not enough damage to actually do too much there, as the health actually is going to go back. The shield is gone onto Carrier, and Jiwoo just stands his ground, able to fire back. And now Weaver's Wall to come in. Oh, he's actually interrupted. Still, the turret is going to go down, but not before Faker gets in here.
I saw the graphic after the last game that they showed on the space where,
bit of a hook connecting here. Gets knocked up as well as the Paranoia comes in. Good flash from Carrier to make the overcommit happen, as Cease and Desist is going to be spell shielded by Ona beautifully. And now Zeus, he's looking for an all-out angle. Let's see if he can find one there as he pulls in the Poppy. And I don't think that Dindin's going to be able to survive. Well, he will survive for a very long time, but he is still dead. Dindin was calling pretty early on, like, I will sacrifice myself, just save yourselves. As Abyssal Dive is going to land onto Jiwoo, taking a lot of damage there as well. Devour going to be used aggressively. Ona taken down extraordinarily low as, he's spat out on top of the Nocturne, and he's able to get the arrow off, but still it's a double kill for Faker. Colmy is now trying to find the seismic shot, but he won't get a good hook from Peter though. But Carrier, can he stay alive? Yes, he can, because he's Tom Kench. He's practically immortal. And the Tongue Lash going to get the stun onto Peter, as now Dindin, he's back in the battle, but there... He has been in side lanes a lot. He's accrued a 40 CS advantage. Oh, the fear comes in, and Sylvie, the unending despair, he flashes into the brush, will survive from, oh my goodness, very close to his fall. And his Dawning Shadow snipes him!
That he knew where Sylvie had started recalling or close to it.
All right, Faker gonna find the jaws onto Jiwoo, and there he goes. Ona launches underneath the turret and does not care about it. A Devour comes through onto Dindin. Carrier, I don't think, liked the taste of that, and is going to move himself back. Dindin pretty tanky right now, but Colmy running out of health bar. And now Peter looks for the hook angle, doesn't quite get it, and look at Faker. He's just standing back, raining hell down on Nongshim. There's the snipe. This champion is not okay, Ox. He just isn't. A hook is going to connect. It looks great from Peter, but I think he might just be dead. There's the double, the flash lick from Carrier. And that is the turret falling down as well. Sylvie not going to be able to do anything, and even gets knocked up here as more... Of course, Faker has another ability for him. And he will be taken down. That's a kill going over to Zeus. And T1, they wipe Nongshim off the map, and they're looking for Baron.
On the back of Faker. No other way to spin it.
Nope.
Game 2, he was on form the Karma, but it wasn't enough. Game 3, he's on the way. He's the one scaling up to be a monster, and he has just completely dominated Ono Jiwoo.
Oh, doesn't find the Q, but there's the all-out. And Jiwoo does have flash. He's just going to get back to farming underneath the turret. He's like, leave me alone. Please. Black and white, like in grayscale.
As I said.
All right, I guess you just kill him. That's how you do it. You will die, though, and Faker gets his 10th of the game. Sylvie's also in trouble. This might be 11th, as he's down extraordinarily low. There it is. Where was Faker throughout most of that? I feel like I know he was on the screen, so never mind. Balanced. It's fine. As Ona does go in very aggressively, and then Faker auto-attacks. Faker is just launching missiles, and there is just no response. They can't do anything about it. Dawning Shadow flies in. That's going to be the Q back. All out from Zeus. He's getting underneath this turret. Look at the damage! And T1, they do not allow Nongshim to win Game 3s. Yes, a casual Game 2 here and there. But Game 3, this is T1 territory. They're going to set to work on these Nexus turrets. And they now have their eyes set towards the telecom war that's going to be coming up on Saturday. This one, I mean, there were some moments. And honestly, Nongshim had a great early game, but it was all T1 from about 15 minutes onwards. And it was just all Faker.
Yep.
This guy's way's too good.
A couple of fights in succession.